Hello, everyone. John Bartz here from NCSI. Welcome to our discussion today on future-proofing your service management. Today, we'll be discussing what the next generation of ITSM looks like, and we're excited to bring on a new partner to help add to the story, specifically around automation, AI, and digital channels. With me today is Kevin Smith, founder of IT Transformation Institute and ITSM author, Brian Hodzik, CTO here at NCSI, and all the way from Australia, Mr. Richard Green, Senior Solution Engineer at BrightPattern. Good morning, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi there.
So we've got a few tips here to review, and then Richard will demo some of the BP solutions. Please ask questions throughout. We'll be monitoring that. And we've got a promotion going on that we'll discuss later where you can get one of Kevin's books. So Kevin, let's go ahead and kick it off here with the first tip on automation.
Yeah, well, we start with a good one because it's easy to get excited about automation. You know, sometimes people ask me, what can change my life in ITSM and in service desk over the next 5 to 10 years? And I think automation is on a very short list. We don't have a lot of time today, so we're going to move through these points briskly, but it really is a key. I don't think that's an exaggeration to say it's a key to the future of ITSM. Most organizations, the reality is, we know this is important, but most organizations are at 20 to 30% today. If you're above that, that's great. You may be below that, and that's okay. But when looking at a quantitative goal for the future, we really need to be at 90% by 2025. Because the reality is we just can't scale, we can't go fast enough, we can't operate around the clock. All the things that we need to do in service management are going to rely on automation. So set your plans to get to 90% by the year 2025. So we'll leave you with that thought on automation.
So number 2 here, I want to talk about implementing practical artificial intelligence. So a lot of people, especially in the ITSM space, are nervous about this one. Not really sure if they want to, completely offload a lot of the interactions with their end users over to a bot, but we have some great abilities to have seamless human and AI interactions. Let's give suggestions to the agents so that an agent can actually ultimately make the decision, but a lot of those maybe more trivial things that they would normally have to be looking up or tracking down are able to be kind of spoon-fed right to that agent, and the agent can just say, yes, that's the right answer, let me send that out. So let's try and seamlessly integrate between those two. And then also natural language processing, the old concept of a call tree, being able to call in and hit number 4, hit number 5, that is just old and antiquated. Let's ask the user what they need help with. Let's send that through AI, understand more from a process perspective, what they're actually asking for, and then try and route them over to the correct location.
Okay, number 3, empowering end users with self-service. Self-service is an amazing model. When done well, it makes users happy. It helps us automate key business processes. Again, it extends this ability to work around the clock in this new work model we're all dealing with and working from home and managing through the pandemic. Self-service is another element that helps us do that effectively. And when we do it well, it's transformational. As I mentioned, there's a good ROI. Users are happy, customers are served well, we're responsive, and we're able to improve our quality of life. And we can't go into that today, but never underestimate the importance of improving our quality of life. It does naturally support speed. And in many cases, because products are so ubiquitous and there's so many options we have as global consumers now in a global marketplace, oftentimes we make decisions based on who can service the fastest. And a great self-service model naturally supports that, as well as doing it on a weekend or doing it at night, whatever's convenient for us. And that really is the model for self-service, is when you think about self-service, whether it's in service management or service desk or help desk, think easy and think convenient. Because where self-service has failed, it probably was not easy to use or it wasn't convenient. So make it super easy and super convenient, and a lot of good things are going to happen.
So number 4 here, enable mobility and the use of digital channels with omni-channel technologies. Traditional ITSM is very antiquated compared to a lot of the other customer service interactions that our users are having today. Right now we maybe only have email and phone, and that's the only way that we're going to service our end customers. We need to change that. We need to tell the end user, there's lots of different ways that you can connect with me. Maybe it's via text, maybe it's via social media or chat. You get to decide as the end user how you want to interact with the service desk. And then, one of the most important parts is the seamless transition inside of that. Everyone hates going into a silo, explaining to an agent a particular problem, getting transferred over, and then having to start over from scratch on what happened. We need to be able to take that interaction with us so that if we need to escalate from a chat up to a voice call, we're not starting over from the very beginning and having to explain what our issue is again. That's seamless. All that information is brought over with me. So giving the end user the choice on exactly which channel they want to contact us on is very important. And like I said, it is very left behind in traditional ITSM. We need to bring more innovation to the table, or we're just going to be left in the dust.
We don't want to be left in the dust. And so we move on now to monitoring interactions. And this is so important. We're able to monitor, BrightPattern can assist in monitoring 100% of customer interactions, because I think we would all agree that customer satisfaction is more important than ever. We need to hold our customers dear. We need to hold them close to us. And it's really important that we evaluate every interaction, because every interaction holds valuable information. It is so hard to go and find a new customer. And so it's always been important, but it's more important than ever to really care for the customers that we have. And by monitoring all of these interactions, we can respond quickly. We can respond instantly to any challenges or any concerns that our customers have. And if those concerns linger, if they go on for weeks or months, there's a very good chance we're going to lose that customer. So this is an important capability just in terms of the customer relationship, customer renewals from a business standpoint. But when we're able to monitor all those interactions and evaluate sentiment and evaluate perhaps an erosion in confidence or a concern that's growing and then address it immediately, customers are okay. They know challenges happen. And when we address them immediately, things normally turn around very quickly. So that's a really important model. And then our final tip is we just want to talk about platform. Platform is a great mindset to have. Platform is a great approach to have. And we tend to think of platforms as technology. Yes, there's a technology element to a platform, but there's also a business element to a platform, because platforms work, platforms scale, platforms help us be agile. And one thing that we recognize here is how important it is to have applications work together and work together seamlessly. And BrightPattern can do that with your existing service management solution. It provides a very fast path to an ROI. It provides a very fast path to getting the value and the benefits that we need in the business. And the deployment times are fantastic. We hope to have a chance to discuss those with you in more detail, but we're talking about days to perhaps weeks, when the norm in the industry is months to perhaps years. And that's now just unacceptable. We've got to have fast time to value, fast time to ROI, and that makes everybody happy. And so just be thinking about taking this platform approach, and that's going to bring you scalability and agility and speed, among many other things.
Okay, great. Kevin, Brian, thank you for the tips there. Let's go ahead and move on down to Australia with Richard. Go ahead and take the screen there, Richard, and give us a demo here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, hi, I'm going to demonstrate some of the capabilities BrightPattern can enable in Heat to give you an idea of some of the compelling advantages an integration can deliver. First off, automatically identifying an incident for a customer. This demonstration shows the system finding an incident based on caller ID. I'm going to call into the service desk, and the system will recognize me from my number and find my open incident. In this case, I'm going to be Aaron. As you can see, I have an active incident. We also use text-to-speech on the summary to read back the description to help the customer confirm we have found the right incident. This makes things easy for the customer and also easy for the agent, as there's no messing around looking for the incident. Here's the agent's BrightPattern screen. This is where I'll make sure I'm ready to receive the call. When I call in, I'll be using voice to tell the system what I want, and a conversational AI is used to understand the customer's requirements. Identification of the customer and incident means we also have the ability to route to assigned agent already working on the case, and open the incident on the desktop as the call is delivered. I'm using my mobile to call into the service desk line.
Hi, Aaron. Are you calling about incident number 11245 regarding PC is very slow? If so, say yes. Otherwise, tell me how I can help you.
Yes.
Connecting to an app.
Just mute. So we can see what we've done here. We've popped the incident, and we can see the screen here, and the agent can begin helping the customer immediately, furnished with all the latest information. Other options would be to open a new incident or service request with the employee details pre-filled. In this case, the agent is connected using our embedded soft phone. This allows full call control, including transfers and conferencing. You can have the option to use your own desktop phones if preferred. BrightPattern also records the voice and, if required, screen for later playback and analysis. Right, when we finish the call, I'm going to finish the call from the agent side, and the customer is going to be automatically presented with a survey. Answers could use voice or keypad entry.
Using the numbers on your telephone keypad, please answer our short 3-question customer satisfaction survey. Was your issue resolved on your first contact with us? If resolved, press 1. If not, press 2. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most satisfied, how would you rate your overall satisfaction with our service?
I'm going to give a low score here. You can see how that's managed later on.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how likely are you to recommend our product to a friend or colleague?
Just a 3 on this survey. Okay, that data is added directly into BrightPattern for real-time historical reports and also quality management processes. We can send alerts if there are low survey scores directly to supervisors or to agents if they need to see them. Okay, to try and stop the service desk being overrun and overstressed by major issues, you can use the integration to automatically publish an IVR message. By using text-to-speech capabilities, we can automatically log incidents linked against a problem or master incident without needing the input of an agent. Going into Heat, we're going to look for problems. And I want to publish this problem on the IVR. I'm just going to use this checkbox and save the record. Now that will be published to the IVR. We can put controls and authorization process around this and use button security to set the field. We read back the summary, but we can use a different field, maybe a separate one for ETA as well, allowing ongoing updates. I'm going to call into the service desk line again, and we'll hear the IVR message.
There is currently a major issue. Intranet is down, expected fixed by 2 p.m. If this is currently affecting you, please say yes and we will contact you when it is resolved.
Yes.
Your incident number is 11,455. We will notify you when it's resolved.
Okay, so we can see if we open the incident tab, we'll be able to see the new incident created there. So when we finish up and we resolve this problem, we can resolve all the associated incidents and we can send messages to the customer. And this can be done by SMS. This also allows you to have the advantage of keeping all this important stats, not only keeping the customers up to date, but all the important stats you need to actually help your IT help desk. Taking off, depublishing. Okay, there are times when capacity has been reached by the service desk. However, you want to service the customer with minimum effort on the customer and service desk side. Allowing people to log incidents automatically over the phone will help provide a quick and easy option. Using voice transcription, we can put the text straight into the incident. Again, conversational AI is used to understand the caller's intent. I'm going to log into the service desk again, call into the service desk again, and I'm going to ask to log an incident.
Hi Aaron, are you calling about incident number 11455 regarding intranet is down, expected fix by 2 p.m.? If so, say yes. Otherwise, tell me how I can help you.
Log an issue.
There are currently no agents available. Would you like to log an incident now or wait for an agent?
Now, please.
How would you describe your issue in a few words?
I cannot access Excel. It seems to be an account issue.
Creating a new incident. Your incident number is 11456. We'll notify you when it's resolved. Would you like to discuss it with an analyst?
No, I've logged my instance. I'm happy. Okay, so we can go in. We can find that incident. And see, we can see this new incident. I cannot access Excel. It seems to be an account issue. As you can see, the incident is now in the system with minimum of effort, with all the detail captured. Customer can feel they're being looked after, and the service desk can get to the issue as soon as they're free. So we're all aware of the disruption and effort that password resets cause the service desk. Automating the process with BrightPattern brings huge ROI and frees up the team, allowing them to invest more time in service improvements. In this demonstration, we will use voice biometrics to authenticate the user, and we can reset a domain password. However, we could use on-file confidential details and include two-factor authentication by sending a code via SMS or email. So I'm going to call into the service desk line again. This time, I'm going to reset my password.
Hi Aaron, are you calling about incident number 11455 regarding intranet is down, expected fix by 2 p.m.? If so, say yes. Otherwise, tell me how I can help you.
Can I reset my password?
After the tone, say, never forget tomorrow is a new day.
Never forget tomorrow is a new day.
You have been successfully authenticated. Say OK to reset your network password.
Okay.
Your password has been reset. Your temporary password phrase is moon2kind. To repeat, MOON2KIND. Please log on and you will be prompted to change the password to a new one.
Okay, that can be repeated as required, and as you log on, you are required to reset the password. Emails will be sent and an incident is created for audit and security purposes. Again, we look in incidents and see all active, all incidents. We'll see a resolved incident for Aaron. We'll have to refresh with a password reset. This, obviously this will help your security teams. The password resets are okay. Okay, now how can we offer self-service via chat? Integration with BrightPattern will bring omnichannel capabilities to the service desk, connecting you with the customer in the way they prefer. Chat channels include SMS, web, and social, such as WhatsApp, Facebook, Line, Twitter, WeChat. We utilize the same automation, intelligence, and self-service features regardless of the channel. I'm going to quickly show you how BrightPattern chat widget embedded into a web page will allow customers to log incidents, service requests, and get updates. Here's my intranet web page, and I've added a BrightPattern widget, which is configurable through the BrightPattern administration interface. I've enabled simple login of an incident through the web chat, and again, this could be via SMS or social media. I'm going to paste in my email address for identification. However, this could be any identification attribute, or in many cases, passed through from the web page. We choose log a new incident, and we're presented with a form. Mobile phone screen has stopped working, and I brought the phone. I submit, and the system's going quickly, create an incident for me, and ask me do I want to chat to an agent? At this point, I don't need to. My request through. Okay, let's find that incident in Heat again. Pull up the instance. Mobile phone screen has stopped working. So here's the incident that's been logged, again, without interaction directly with the service desk, and I didn't need to chat to an agent at this point. So there has been some promotions going on in the company, and we're just going to elevate Aaron to a VIP. Now, this will allow for priority routing, specific messaging for that customer, and indication to the agent when the call or chat comes in. I'm also going to add a journal update to the incident. We have ordered a new phone. It may take 5 weeks to arrive. Just make sure it's saved up. So we've upgraded the employee to VIP and added a journal. Okay, the customer's going to return, going back to the intranet page, and they're going to come back later and they're going to look for an update. Again, my email, and this time I'm going to update on an existing incident. System finds the incident which is open, the latest one, and asks me if it's this one. I say yes. And it gives me the update I've just put into the journal. I'm not happy about the 5 weeks, so I say, yes, I want to chat to an agent. Now this is going to come through to an agent. We accept the chat coming in. As a chat comes in, we have this special note indicating a VIP user. This can indicate other information, but VIP user is important at this point. We've again opened up the Avanti record, the incident record, and this could be service request, and again, another record for extra information. And we also have all the context of all the self-service portion of the chat. Now, we have the chat interface here. It allows you to, just like the soft phone interface, we can invite people for a conference or transfer. We've also got canned messages, which we can send straight out. We can send files between the two parties, and we've got emojis. Okay, so that's the agent working on here. How's the supervisor looking after things? And we're just going to switch over to a supervisor view. This is a browser with a supervisor role in the system. So as a supervisor, they can monitor what's going across the system. They can monitor their teams and what statuses their team members are in. They can monitor the queues and how busy they are. They can also see exactly how their agents are dealing with the interactions. This covers both voice and all chat channels. So here's a list, and here's the current chat in progress. You can see the interaction listed there. Now, if I click on Robbie, it brings up a monitoring interface. I've got several options to monitor, and I can actually monitor, which just means listen in, or which is chat and voice. Coach, which means I just tell the agent what they need to hear, or barge in, where I basically transfer myself into the whole conversation. So I'm just at this point going to coach. And here I can see the chat come up on the left-hand side. That's been going on. I can read through this, and I might want to give the suggestion to the agent. Doesn't want to wait 5 weeks. I'm going to go offer a new phone, or a temporary phone. So that's just gone to the agent, the customer won't see it. So we just quickly go over to the agent screen, you can see that's come up there. Okay, then we can close that off, and we can possibly monitor somebody else. Now, that's a supervisor view, and that's got a lot of information in there, and we can customize that. But for more general real-time data, you can use wallboards. Here's a wall boiler. These consist of easily configured widgets to build up rich data sets you need to supply to agents, managers, and supervisors across your organization. You can build multiple of these and publish them to different groups. Now, I want to finish up the chat. I'm quickly going to show you the survey response for chat. So back to the customer, and they've basically finished with their chat, and now they have a survey screen which is customizable for the chat. And how helpful was your representative? To how likely recommend products and features. And we can customize these to any sort of survey you need. Same with a voice, and submit. The transcript of the chat can be added to the instance as a journal, and this works the same for instance as it would do for service requests. Now, expanding further on ITIL principles, let's look at change process. Now, how can we improve communications can assist an organization to connect to all those involved and make sure they receive the information they need. Very important for change. So here we have a current change. And we have the ability with integration to send SMS notifications based on certain statuses being reached. Or we can send out directly using SMS announcements, special announcement type object, and we can send out via that. Question is, who do we send it to? While some of those associated might be automatically linked, request to owner, etc., using subscriptions allows for a better management of the individuals to notify to through linking, manual or automatic. Brightpattern handles responses from SMS to take updates and acknowledgements. For instance, SMS integration would allow you to receive emergency change approval late at night. Okay, Brightpattern has an inbuilt module called Quality Management. Just bring that up while we speak. And it provides the tools to assess the quality of the service desk communication across all the channels. It allows for a managed process using recordings, transcripts, and analysis of interactions, enabling you to perform focused evaluations using the forms that can be customized to match your service desk metrics or your KPIs. So I'm showing here the quality management admin view of the world, and they can see the state of all the evaluations across the system and drill down. The other roles, reviewers, supervisors, and agents, have different views targeted to what they need to manage. Searches are built to use to pick the right sets of interactions to appraise. These can be randomly chosen like these, so all calls, and basically it will pick out a quota of so many calls in a certain period, or they can be very specific criteria. For instance, here, legal, text search. This can be, so you can look for certain phrases across text transcripts, or even transcribe voice calls for important phrases. Low sentiment. So when your sentiment analysis is low, using your you can actually pick those out, or even low survey score, which we've been showing throughout the demonstration. And again, these all operate across voice and chat channels. I'm going to go into low survey score, and here we can see what it brings back in the last 24 hours. What we can see is chats and calls coming through the system, and it would have emails there as well. Here we can see one with low sentiment as well as low CSAT, so we'll open this one. Once in the evaluation, there's a form associated with that particular service. It's customizable, allowing you to create criteria with the answers weighted to produce an overall score. You review and step through the transcriptions, so as you can play back, listen to the recording. And also, as it's a voice call and we've transcribed it, we can actually see the actual transcription and what's happened. As we go through and we answer the questions, certain spots, we can add documents, and we can add comments. All these responses will go back to the agent when you submit this, this form, and basically for the agent to review and accept and understand what these comments are. Basically, and then the agent will have to accept, closing off the whole quality process. Okay, they're most of the demonstrations we're going to do. I'm just going to quickly show you our admin section. To give you an idea of the capability of Brightpattern and to configure to the customer needs, this is the admin screen where you build the customer's journey. It's a straightforward drag and drop interface that allows you to quickly set up intelligent flows, utilizing links to Avanti, conversational AI, text-to-speech, and speech-to-text. With this capability, many more journeys can be mapped for the customer across all the ITIL processes, such as service request provisioning, notifications and responses across all processes, and automatically chasing down open tickets. Okay, that concludes the demo. Thank you for your time.
All right, so I have a couple of questions here that came through on chat. One of them is, do you have integration with Avanti Service Manager and ServiceNow?
Who wants to take that one? Kevin, Richard?
I can take that one. Yes, every single demonstration you see here is can be done with ServiceNow and works exactly the same way, really. It's just a different integration point, the way that we build the system. We just basically provide a different integration point into the application.
So it doesn't matter what my ITSM backend is, we can integrate with it. Great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, next one I have here is, do I have to replace my entire phone system with Brightpattern, or can it just be an add-on?
No, we see it as probably an extension at this point, yeah, to your phone system. So basically you would just create connectors into your current phone system to the Brightpattern system. Very, very straightforward to do.
Great. Another question here, do you support many languages other than English?
Yes, we can support. There's different places that we can support. There's obviously there's a certain amount of languages we can support in the actual dashboard for how the actual dashboard and the system looks, with these languages it looks. But then we are language sensitive to any language coming through. Effectively, you can actually just choose the language you want to either speak back in or actually chat back in, and actually pick that one as it comes through the system. Okay, great. That's all the questions for now. If anyone has a follow-up question later, they can always talk to their NCSI salesperson at a later date. So that's all the questions. Back to you, John.
Okay, thank you very much. That was great stuff there. Appreciate it. Richard, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia. Really appreciate what you did there. If you would like to spend some time with Kevin and do an assessment, he is offering a book to you. And Kevin, I believe that's an autograph book. Is that right?
That is an autograph book. That might be the best offer you get today. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there, but yeah, I'm happy to sign a book and get it out to you.
Yeah, jump on a call or a Zoom with Kevin, get a free assessment, and you can get the free book there. We'll send that out to you. My email address there is on the screen, so please feel free to send that out. We are recording this as well. Somebody asked that in the chat, and I will get that up on YouTube. We'll get you an email out with the link to that within 24 hours as well, too. So before we wrap it up, any last minute thoughts or from the team here? Brian, Kevin, Richard?
No, just thank you everybody for joining us. We know how busy everybody is. We hope you heard one or two things that are helpful, get you thinking about how you can work better now in the future, and hope to hear from you and have a chance to talk again sometime. Yes, thanks for joining everyone. If you have any questions or want to kind of know more about it or see more in-depth demo, please just hit up your NCSI salesperson, and we'd love to show you more about what Brightpattern is. We're very excited about it. So thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
And thanks, Richard. Thanks for getting up in the morning there and doing that for us. So thank you to the entire panel. And this concludes the demonstration. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. And never forget, tomorrow is a new day. Is that right, Richard?
Absolutely.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.